best use for those headphones in your ears. Twist my arm. Twist my arm. Twist my arm. Twist my arm podcast.
Want to be a part of the show? Email us your thoughts and opinions at twistmyarmpodcast@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook to access our listener polls, and follow at twistmyarmcast on Twitter. Listen for free on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. And now, here's the host of the Twist My Arm podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the Twist My Arm podcast. My name is Josh. I'm your forever host and creator of the Twist My Arm podcast. I'm joined today by my good friend and co-host, Evan.
Yo.
Yo,
What's up?
nothing. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Living the dream, something like that.
Good. We are live on YouTube, like normal. Hi, YouTube.
So,
Sorry the girls are not here. They just didn't show up today.
yeah, that was one of our fans.
I don't.
Said it was his birthday, but that the girls just didn't come. So
Yeah. I think he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Anyway, again, we're the Twist My Arm podcast. We are here to twist your arm into looking into some things you may not have looked into before, and maybe encourage you to broaden your horizons a little bit. We also just like to have fun and talk some shit,
Yep.
which is what we mostly do. I feel like that's pretty much just what we do.
yeah, pretty much.
Last episode, we talked about the fire festival.
Yeah, that was just awesome. Poor guy. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it was.
Gotta hate life if you're that guy.
Yeah, well, sometimes shit happens, I guess. You can call us and join us if you want. 508-93-TWIST. I'm actually getting
Yep,
the
yep.
YouTube set up right now. Not the YouTube, I'm sorry, the call-in line. I'm all mixed up. Anyway, Evan, what's
Yeah.
new? What have you been up to? Don't talk about like the big things, but like how's everyday normal life?
It's good. Just been working on some music and just chilling.
Just chilling.
Yep. It's about
Cool.
it. Been going to some shows.
What kind of music are you working on?
Working on a Enya cover band.
That's not
So,
true. Can you hear yourself in the headphones?
Yeah.
Are you good? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's mostly Jonas Brothers inspired music. No, it's a lot of electronic, experimental,
Jesus Christ.
classical type stuff, all meshed into one. I don't even know what to really call it.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So it's a collaboration of a bunch of different kind of genres, basically.
yeah, all blended into one. So it's pretty cool. I'd say what it sounds like is if you ever listen to Emancipator.
I never Nope. I don't think I ever did. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Actually, I gotta do that one more time.
Pretty solid artist right there.
Emancipator. What kind of music?
Like instrumental. It sounds like it could be like hip hop beats if it but minus the rapper. It's pretty cool. Electronic, real soft, mellow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, let's check them
That's
out.
cool. Yeah, I will for sure. I will. They local or are they not so
No.
much?
No, but a bunch of people that are in their live band live here.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay. I think I'm all finally set up. Jeez. Man, that took forever. Anyway, now that we're here, we're live.
Yep.
We're all settled.
Are you settled?
I just wanted to make you feel uncomfortable, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you gave me this weird look.
I did. So last week we had our normal Star Wars podcast that we do. Justin and I had that one, and it was a lot of fun. We had a couple people join us on the live cast and everything.
Nice.
Next weekend we're going to be doing another one. It's going to be a different kind of show. It's not going to be live, but It'll be something that'll be on SoundCloud. Me and you might do a live show next week.
Yeah.
Haven't figured it out yet. I don't know, man. The schedule's wide open.
Yeah. I got some awesome people lined up. It's just a matter of putting them all on the calendar, matching everybody's schedule. So
Sure.
good things coming.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, oh my God, what is that? Oh.
Quick twist. Quick snaps. Quick twist is a nitpick shit fit on a topic we can cover quick. One topic per host, be it praise or roast. Send any topic suggestions to our Facebook page. And now for this week's quick twist.
Holy shit, we haven't done a quick twist in a long time. I mainly just wanted to use that bumper again. Thanks to Jesse for doing all those
That was
awesome
sweet, yeah.
radio voices for our bumpers. But yeah, quick twist. Evan has not been a part of quick twist yet. So basically, we take about 5 minutes to talk about something that we did, watched, listened to this last week, and just kind of talk about how it was, if people should check it out or not, if it's a cool thing or if it's a shit thing, basically, is how we're doing it. So I'm gonna start off by talking about Pokemon Let's Go Eevee for the Nintendo Switch. I played it. I played all the way through it. A lot of people told me it was a short game, and I guess for today's standards, like 35 hours is a short game, considering like Red Dead Redemption took me almost 80 hours to beat. Zelda Breath of the Wild took me 120 hours to beat. So I guess in that aspect, it was a short game, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. The level up system is super easy. It just makes it like, I don't know. Did you ever play Pokemon when you were a kid?
Yeah, the
Like
Game
red
Boy.
red and blue or
Yeah.
yellow or whatever. Remember how hard it was to level up those fucking Pokemon?
Right.
Like you'd have to switch between each one and then go out and train in the wilderness. And it was just a pain in the ass, and it took forever. Like those games took forever. And so to speed up that process, basically they incorporated Pokemon Go, the mobile game. That's why it's
Okay.
called Let's Go. So instead of battling the wild Pokemon, you just catch them. You just throw Pokeballs at them and you catch them. And then whatever experience you get from catching that Pokemon, you get experience, like your whole squad gets experience, like your whole team.
Oh, snap.
So they level up quicker and more evenly, and it just kind of makes the game, it just makes it go by a little bit easier. Like it obviously was faster. It was a shorter game than normal, which is definitely true. But I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I just caught Mewtwo earlier today, and that was it. That was all I wanted to do. I'm done with it now. So I just borrowed it from a friend who actually might be here tonight. He might show up tonight at some random time. I don't know. We'll see. But I let him borrow Super Smash Bros. And I borrowed Let's Go Eevee. I beat it. I would say check it out. If you can borrow it from a friend that spent $60 on it, definitely do that and play through it. And I think people will
I'll have to check it
enjoy
out.
it for the most part. I mean, it's a Pokemon game. You can't go wrong with that. And
Right.
and you can upload Pokemon from your Pokemon Go app, like stuff that you had caught in the game on your app. You can upload to Let's Go on the Switch.
Nice.
And so I filled the Pokedex pretty quick. I mean, I had an Articuno and a Zapdos in the game before you could catch those Pokemon. So like it's kind of a cheap way of doing it, but it's also really fun. I guess. I don't know, man. I guess
Taking the easy route.
I guess you have to play Pokemon Go too, because if you don't play Pokemon Go, then you don't get to do that sort of thing. You don't get to upload those Pokemon. So it makes it a little bit more challenging. Like, do you play Pokemon Go?
I don't.
Yeah. So
I
if
haven't
you
played it.
so if you play Let's Go, then it would probably take you twice as long to catch as many Pokemon as I did because
I know.
of that whole thing.
I'd be like, holy shit, there's a fucking Charizard at Burger King. I gotta go catch him.
It's pretty much
I
what it is.
actually had somebody at my work that just stopped what they're doing at work, and they're like, "Oh my god!" He's like, can I leave? I'm like, what is going on here? He's like,
Is it an emergency? Are you okay? Is everything okay?
I was like, is like everything okay? And he's like, dude, I have like the most rarest Pokemon in Pokemon Go out there that I'm about to catch. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, no, you cannot.
That's
He's in the middle of helping a customer. I'm like, what are you doing?
You are a huge nerd.
That's pretty much what it is on there. But I mean, seriously, most of the time it's just nerds that play Pokemon Go. So that's what we got to tell them next time. Just be like, yeah, sure, but just know you're a huge nerd. So anyway, Pokemon Let's Go. Check it out. I would check out the Eevee version because it's a lot of fun. I don't know. There's two. There's the Pikachu one too. If you think Pikachu's cuter or something, I
think
know,
it's cooler.
whatever. So get the Pikachu version then.
Good.
Do it up. We'll start. What's your first quick twist of the week?
First quick twist of the week is when saw Justin Timberlake.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How was that?
Took a date with me. It was great. He's awesome live. My second time I've seen him. Played all the really big hits from him. Had this awesome stage where pretty much filled up the whole floor. There was like a little path that went through.
Okay.
It was tight. Had a full band. It was
Justin Timberlake. We just
I felt like I was at like a not like music level, but I felt like I was at like a Beatles concert in the day. I had all these girls screaming in my ear, and I was like, oh man, I love his music, but I'm not like crying and screaming, and I'm like partially going deaf because of these girls. These girls kept like dancing and like bumping into me. And I'm like, oh my goodness,
knock it off.
But she's like, hold up. How many times do I go see Justin Timberlake live?
Did she go all
Yeah, I was like,
she defended your honor?
No. She's like, how? I was like, oh man, because she was all like freaking out. This chick. So I was like, what are you doing? You just need to stay over there. we have assigned seats here. This isn't like we're chilling in a general mission thing. You're like hanging over my seat. Like, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was fun.
Did he have a good set list? How long did he play?
Played for like 2 hours.
2 hours. Wow.
And
did he leave at any point? How many wardrobe changes did he have?
He had like probably like 5 or 6, but they were all quick though. He just run down like the stairs and then come right back up and then just go. Shit, dude. It was like a NASCAR.
natural fucking pop star.
Yeah. He crushed
Real
it though.
good.
Played sexy back, played a lot of cool shit, played some guitar.
Who opened for him?
Some like way lamer version of him. He even had like this like curly perm look. I forget what his name is, but and he was trying to be so ridiculous. Like he's one of those guys that he was like Adam. We'll get into that later about the Super Bowl.
But you're talking like just
where you
totally pretentious and
where you just you're not even playing the guitar. You're just mostly just standing there, just trying to look cool and throwing a chord every once in a while.
Sure, yeah.
Type of front man.
Okay.
But yeah, overall, besides that, the concert was good.
Last week we talked about who we would want like celebrity wise in the next Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
And Justin had said, my co-host Justin had said Justin Timberlake.
Cool.
And so we were thinking like if he was in the next Star Wars movie, he could be in like the cantina scene where he's singing a song.
Yeah. That'd be tight.
I think that'd be super fun.
Yeah, I like his stuff. And he's pretty funny on SNL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do any SNL shit? Did he do any dick in the box?
No, I really want to go to Bonnaroo because it's like the only tour date that Lonely Island's playing, and Justin Timberlake's from Tennessee, so
you think he's gonna be there?
I can totally see him popping out and doing a performance. That's the only reason we really want to go to Bonnaroo this year. That'd be awesome.
Imagine how the ladies would scream if just JT showed up and he just like with nothing but a box during that song.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I can imagine, dude. That would be a riot, man.
It would.
Chicks would be freaking out. I'd get the fuck out of there because it's just gonna not end well. I'm already like losing my hearing from this last concert.
Oh my goodness.
And it wasn't even like young girls that were screaming. It was like these people are like even a little bit older than us. So I'm like,
Oh wow.
I was like, damn.
Well, I guess that's kind of those were like the NSYNC girls
yeah.
that were going to those. It's just like it's like that South Park episode. We gotta make their jointies tickle. And it just did the same thing when they're even in their 30s, in their late
Yeah.
30s.
I feel like with JT, he's like how when Michael Jackson just left, Jackson 5 got a whole lot better. That's how I feel about JT's career. Because he's all of a sudden he's like, man, I can write good songs.
Yeah.
It's like and sing good songs. I'm like,
He's like, oh, you mean I can do this by myself?
and just have Timberland produce all the albums.
Did he have any guest
choice.
singers with him?
Nah.
You didn't bring any
unfortunately
guests?
not. No.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
He had a band though. Do you know what band it was?
I forget what.
Probably just some hired hands, I'm sure.
No, they had it was like Memphis something because they're
Mm.
from like his hometown, but it was awesome, man. He had like piano players, drummers, backup singers, like all bass, guitar, all that.
That's way
So-
cool.
Yeah. Great production overall.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, my second and final quick twist is one that you are also familiar with. I got to watching the Ted Bundy tapes. And first of all, what did you think about that show?
I
'Cause
thought-
you watched the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I
It's
watched the
only
whole-
4 episodes.
I watched
so-
the whole thing and I thought it was crazy because the whole time you're like, throughout like history, all these chicks are like, man, Ted Bundy was good looking. I was like, what? Are you sure? We're talking about the same guy. But it was crazy though, because they didn't have the technology back then, like with the crime databases, all that stuff. So the guy would just go murder people. And then he's like, yeah, I'm just going to go to a different law college. And
Yeah.
just moved to like Salt Lake and then Colorado. He actually escaped from here a couple times.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
If you don't know the story, like views and people saying that it was like one of the creepiest things on Netflix and don't watch this show alone because you'll get super scared. And it was nothing like that. It was a super interesting documentary about the story of Ted Bundy. Then that was it. There wasn't a lot of even the tapes. In my opinion, I didn't. There wasn't a lot of him actually talking. It was other people telling the story. There was a lady that had gotten kidnapped by him that escaped. The only one that
Yeah.
escaped and lived. And there was like a couple detectives on there that were talking about how he slipped through their fingers, and like it was super interesting. For like, it started in Washington. He moved to Utah after they started like getting onto his trail. He moved to Utah, started doing the same thing, and then he moved to Colorado and got arrested in Aspen and escaped.
Crazy.
Not just once, but he escaped twice. Like, and that, I mean, it's a crazy story. And I mean, Kylie and I were watching it and we were just like, what the fuck? Like, because when he escaped the first time, it was surprising. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, that'll get it, bro.
Right.
And then he escapes the second time and he's gone for like years. Wasn't it years?
Well, it was like he was gone for like at least 2 or 3 months.
And he'd like made, since the technology, and then like thinking about it, once they brought into perspective the technology back in the day,
Yeah.
and how they had driver's licenses, and like how you could just basically type it up on a typewriter and make whatever kind of driver's license you wanted in
Yeah.
Florida. Like, so he had moved to Florida and basically created this whole new identity, and story goes on from there. But I definitely recommend that you check out the Ted Bundy tapes, and you could watch it alone. It's just a really good documentary.
Yeah, I think with the whole scare factor, it's with that there's actually people out there like that.
Right.
That's the scary thing.
Right. And they're,
you can camouflage it so well.
yeah. And God, I thought it was super interesting how the FBI has like gotten advice from him on how to find a serial killer, and like the
It's
different
like Hannibal Lecter status.
things that like I have read about and seen, about how like most serial killers will return to the scene of the crime. That was something that Ted Bundy had told the FBI
Right.
when they're searching for a serial killer. Like, they would come to him when they were looking for someone, and he would they like talk them through what their next move would be, where he thought the next serial killer was. And it super interesting. Like, he was a super smart guy, and he was a very good looking guy that, like, it's just crazy to think that those kind of people are in, like, those kind of souls are in those kind of bodies.
Well,
you know?
yeah.
Because most of the time you think about, like, it's
You think
super,
of the Unabomber or something.
yeah, like
It's
just not the best looking or the most charming of people, you know. And he was, I don't know, he was like the devil, basically. That guy was fucking nuts,
well, yeah.
and
That guy was
he was hidden pretty well.
oh, yeah. Definitely one of the craziest serial killers of all time.
Yeah.
They estimate even like he killed, they say 30, but now they're saying he could have killed like over 100 people.
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
who knows? I mean, he drove from Colorado to Florida, and who knows like what kind of state of mind he was in on the way.
Right.
If he just pulled over and to some small town in Georgia and just started killing some people, like, kind of seemed like he was the type of guy that would do that,
Yeah.
you know. Ugh. I don't know. It's a very interesting, like I said, very interesting docuseries. So I highly recommend it. I'm not shitting on anything this week. Sometimes I do, and a lot of times it's on Netflix. A lot of times, like, there's a lot of terrible Netflix movies out there, and if you get trapped into watching those things, because you get interested, and then you're like, oh, Bright, oh yeah, Will Smith, you can't go wrong with this movie. And then it's just garbage. Did you
Never.
watch that movie?
No, I saved myself my life. I was just like, what? He's with this blue guy. It looks like what? Nah, I'm good.
It could have been better.
The movie
Definitely could have been better.
It could be worse. Could have wasted some of your life watching Ridiculous 6.
I did do that.
I experienced that.
I did watch
and
that
that was
too.
terrible.
So bad.
I still have never forgiven Adam Sandler for making that movie.
That one, or the Do-Over was really bad. Any of those Adam Sandler
Do-Over
movies.
one, that was like the best one of like, let's be honest. It was.
I don't know, man.
I thought it was pretty funny, but it was.
I thought all of those. What was the newest one with David Spade? Where he's like a super immature father.
Nah, I didn't see it.
I watched the first 20 minutes and was like, nope. But there's another sci-fi movie on Netflix that's got Sam Worthington from Avatar.
Was it good?
No, it's terrible. Titan. It's called Titan.
Yeah.
And that was one of the
worst movies of Josh's life.
Oh man, that was one of the bad quick twists for sure. But this week they're all good. So I think you had one more, right?
Yep. So
what's your last one?
Last one,
but not least.
Not least. It was great. Last night I went to.
Hang on.
What?
Maybe I have. I might have something for this. I don't know if I do or not.
Oh snap!
I don't. I'm sorry. I fucked up.
Yeah, you built up.
I'm sorry. I built up. I built it all up for nothing.
Yep.
Epic fail.
I got that one though.
There you go. But yeah, went last night to go see the Farewell Yellow Brick Road, Elton John tour, and that was awesome. Oh, he's great. Every single time I've seen that guy, you're just like, man, I can see why this guy is all-time rock star, 4th all-time in sales by an artist.
That would have been a good show.
Oh, dude, he doesn't hit the high notes as well anymore, but
sure,
he still crushes it and just like jams out on piano. Oh man, it was incredible.
Did it, at any point you get emotional?
No, but I was just like, oh man, this is great. Yeah, he played everything from Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Tiny Dancer.
How long did he play for?
Played for like 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Was it just him or did he have an opener?
It was just him.
Okay.
Yeah, his stage is really cool.
A Night with Elton John.
Oh man, that guy crushes it. What else did he play? He played Someone Saved My Life.
He had to have played Rocket Man.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Played Benny and the Jets.
Oh yeah, of course.
Tiny Dancer, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Funeral for a Friend. What else did he play? He played a lot.
Did he play the Fall Out Boy song that he
No,
Save rock and roll.
no. Sadly, no.
That song was cool though.
It was, but yeah, it was just like seeing. I've been trying to see all the legends lately. You know,
Yeah.
all the old timers before they just keep dying, and Chad Kroger keeps getting older and older. I just wish we could just reverse that.
Who did we go see this last summer?
Oh, Paul Simon.
Paul Simon. That's right.
That guy is awesome.
He was very, very good. From Simon and Garfunkel. I'm sure everybody knows that.
Oh, it was great.
So yeah, was it what was it the best show of your life?
No, that was Radiohead, but
Okay.
the very first time I saw them, that was
Okay.
that was one of the greatest days of my life.
Did you have good seats?
Yeah,
Where'd you sit?
we
Because
sat.
it was at Pepsi Center, right?
Yeah,
So how do they do it? Do they put it like you have like floor seats and
Yeah.
then the half the arena's open basically?
well, it's basically the floor seats, and then I was in section like 114, so I was like in the very back, like in the back of the house, but you know you could see the stage.
Okay.
It was awesome. Like,
Okay.
it was
I-
like
I-
straight center.
I
which
just
was good.
refuse to go to Pepsi Center to see shows.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
So what
It could be
interest you?
worse. It could be like the Broncos Stadium where it's just not good.
Yeah, no way.
If it
No,
wasn't
thank
for
you.
like that's where Metallica plays, I would not go see a
Ugh.
show there either.
Yeah, I don't really like Metallica. So
I'm
fight
sure.
me.
I'm sure that they're like, sorry, Josh, I'm gonna have to go buy another $10 million house.
Have fun with your podcast.
Yeah,
10
nah,
viewers.
nah. I love Metallica, and then James Hetfield actually moved to Vale.
Really?
Yeah, he lives in Vale.
Interesting.
It's pretty cool.
Makes sense. So where's he? How much longer does he have on his tour? Do you know? Because this is like the last.
This
tour,
is the
isn't
final
it?
tour, so I think he just started it. So
Okay, so you got like the good end of the tour. Because
Yeah.
normally by the end of a tour, especially with the older musicians, they're a little worn down. Their voices are a little fucked up. They just,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know. Every time I've seen him has been awesome. I think my favorite time that I saw him was him and Billy Joel.
Oh my
So
God,
so each one would come out and perform.
where was that show?
Pepsi Center.
Ugh.
But it
But
was
I'm sure it was.
it was
cool.
awesome
I'm
because
sure it was great.
you had Elton John come out and play like a set, and then you had Billy Joel come play a set, and then they both did like a dueling piano set of all their famous songs together. And
Nice.
it was awesome, man.
That's cool.
I want to go see Billy Joel at Coors Field. That would be tight. But it's so damn expensive. It's like $200, and I missed the pre-sale for it. So now you go to Vivid Seats or something like that. It's like $1,000 or something. I'm like, yeah, I've seen him before, but I would love to have seen him again,
Yeah.
especially at Coors Field. That'd be a really cool.
How do they do those shows? They just cover up the diamond and
I guess, or they just have it in the outfield or something where
Yeah.
rock pile is, and then just
sure.
yeah.
Oof.
It'd be kind of cool, but I'd rather have some close seats, and that would be just too expensive.
Yeah, that'd be a good show though.
But-
Even if it wasn't.
But one thing that
Coors.
we should save up for is next year they're doing the stadium series for the Avalanche at Coors Field again.
Mm.
I really want to go to that.
I would like that.
That would be sweet.
That'd be cool. The outdoor game.
Yeah, I forget who we're playing, but it's gonna be freaking sweet.
Probably like the Oilers or something.
I liked when we played the Red Wings. We
Yeah.
didn't win the actual NHL game, but we beat the crap out of them with the old timers, man. Yeah, like Peter Forsberg,
Oh,
Patrick
man.
Waugh was back, but then you had all their good players too. You had like Sergei Fedorov and like
Shanahan,
Shanahan and was it
Brendan
Chris
Shanahan.
Chris Osgood as the
Ah,
goalie.
God, yeah,
I just wanted
that
them
was
just to
such a good
go and
rivalry.
like start fighting again like 20 years later.
That was like they had like the fight in NHL history between the
everybody was-
entire
Everybody
team.
was bloodied.
Like even Patrick Waugh came out of the goal and like skated across the ice to fight the Red Wings goalie. Like he was like pointing at him on his way down. He's like, "I'm gonna fuck you up."
Dude. Yeah. Oh, the good old days with the
Oh
Avs.
yeah, those were good times. They're having a slide right now.
Both
Hey, I
both
wish- I
our
wish they'd-
teams are having a slide right now.
The Nuggets will be fine.
Yeah.
They'll be fine. This is the first 3-game losing streak they've had all year.
They better be fine. They better not be like, well, we got Michael Malone to go coach in the All-Star game, so that we're good for the rest of the season. You know,
No way. They just need to get their team at full strength.
Yeah,
IT will come back next
I
week.
wish that they would have done like a big time trade, just for like
But for who?
another like shooter.
For who?
I don't know.
Who would you want to trade for?
Any way that we wouldn't have to give up like major assets. That'd be good, but no, just go get like a bench player, like
Oh
say
my
like
God.
somebody that can make
I
knockdown
don't-
threes.
I like our team right now. They love each other.
Yeah.
It's a total bro off in the Nuggets locker room.
I say that we just signed Carmelo. Have him come off
Oh
the bench.
God, get out of here.
He's probably going to the Lakers.
We're gonna talk about like champions now and like and other things besides Carmelo Anthony. Pff, get that shit out of here. Never again. That's it for our quick twist.
Yep.
That's all we got. Basically, go see Elton John if you have the opportunity when he's on his final farewell tour. I wish I did. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
How much do those tickets cost?
They're like $180.
Oof. Good. Was that before or after fees?
That was after fees.
Okay. Oof.
Base was like 150.
God damn. That's insane. Speaking of other expensive things, let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Talk about like
What'd you think of the game?
man, I thought I would have probably been as pissed as the people that went to the Broncos Super Bowl out in New York. You spent $7,000. You got a piece of shit halftime where the only thing that was saving was
We're not halftime yet. Let's just talk about the game. What'd you think about the game? I'm not talking about halftime.
what
I'm talking about the
game was
game.
there? What game?
Yeah.
I saw
Like,
I saw the punters getting their, the organizations getting the
you
punters.
didn't like the defensive struggle that they had. It was a total defensive game, which is weird for those two teams because the Rams and the Patriots, they're known for their offense.
I would just say the more and more I kept watching the Super Bowl, the more I got depressed because I was like, oh man, John Elway somewhere in his house or wherever being like, I'm really stupid because I didn't want to pay Wade Phillips a whole nother $1 million a year to keep him in Denver, and he's just crushing it. Like he held Tom Brady to without a touchdown pass.
It's true. And first
crazy.
play ever first Super Bowl where he threw an interception or like no, it was the first play that he threw the interception is what it was.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I agree. I wish we would have kept Wade. And I guess it was only a difference of like $500,000 or something.
Yeah, it's
It was a
stupid.
really minimal amount of money for NFL standards.
And we wanted to keep Joe Woods. Oh my gosh. Oh,
But Super Bowl,
Super Bowl.
Patriots won.
Ugh,
Ugh. Yeah.
fuck Tom Brady.
God damn it. So, do you think Brady's going to retire now?
No, he already said he's not retiring. I don't think Gronk will probably retire.
Do you think Gronk will?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's all right with me.
It's funny because he's like one of the only players on their team that I like actually like. I was like, damn, if only he was a Bronco, dude. That would be awesome.
Who won the MVP? Oh, it was Julian Edelman, wasn't it?
Dude.
Oh, God.
See, like the guy doesn't have like a bat, like he has an awesome story. He had to wasn't even invited to the combine and everything, and now he's won 3 Super Bowls. But
But
I'm just like, ugh, Patriots. That's why
I'm over it. That's where I'm at this point. I'm over it. They've been like this since 2002.
it's just like
It needs to
man.
end. It needs to end.
it's like Bill Belichick is rooting for that guy is like rooting for the Emperor in Star Wars. He's just this crusty, bitter old guy that you just
Think if the Chiefs made the Super Bowl instead. That would have been such a much more exciting Super Bowl. And I bet the halftime show would have been better because you would have been in a better, more excited mood after watching Mahomes and Goff throw a bunch of touchdowns.
yeah, the Super Bowl is terrible.
Because by halftime, it was 3-3?
yeah.
And you're just tired. I mean, I was at work, so I only saw bits and pieces of it. But I would feel like at that point, you'd just be tired. You'd be like, okay, I'm kind of drunk now, and I don't care anymore. So
I just
yeah,
stopped
whatever,
caring
Maroon
because I was
5,
at a friend's house and It was awesome. They had a projector, so they had it like a big screen.
Okay. Was it just on the wall?
No, they had
An
big
actual
too.
screen.
It was
Okay.
cool, man, but gosh, that game is so boring.
It really was. It really was. It was pretty boring for sure. Sorry, I'm looking through my bumpers. I have this whole list of new bumpers that I've been. I don't have anything for this. I'm fucking terrible.
Thinking, the whole thing was a disaster.
Yeah,
Then
I would
if-
have much rather seen the Saints and Chiefs.
Yeah, it was the worst rated Super Bowl in a decade. It was just not exciting. Even I don't know, man. And then don't get me started on the halftime show. It was terrible, horrible. Probably the worst one I've ever seen. And the Black Eyed Peas were pretty bad.
It was a pretty bad halftime show.
Oh my
Speaking of
gosh.
wardrobe changes, I actually had, like I said, I was at work and we were taking bets on the halftime show, and I was like, I bet he's gonna have 4 wardrobe changes, and I'm pretty sure he had 5. If you count him unzipping the jacket, it would have been 5. But if you don't count him unzipping the jacket, then it's only 4.
I thought it was just the only thing that saved.
Anyway.
The only thing that saved it for me for the halftime show was SpongeBob.
Oh no, that's what I was the most disappointed in.
SpongeBob, but then Travis Scott. I don't even know why they had him on there because all I kept saying was like, it was like a dubbed Asian movie. It was like, and it was like the only thing that saved it was Big Boy too. He just comes out on the lowrider. I was hoping that Andre 3000 was going to be there. They should have just had Outkast play for
Yeah,
the
I
Atlanta
was-
Super Bowl,
I was hoping he would have come out, but no.
it comes down to the NFL just needs to give Colin Kaepernick a freaking job because it costs us so much more talent at the Super Bowl halftime show because no one wants to play because they're colluding to not let him play. It's like,
Yeah, who was supposed to be there?
dude, every like major rap artist that they had lined up or like big artists didn't want to play it. So we
Who was originally booked for that show and then they backed out? Someone backed out,
I don't know.
didn't they?
I'm not sure.
I thought that was, I don't know. I was the most disappointed in the SpongeBob thing because they could have easily played and sang that 30-second Sweet Victory song,
Yeah.
and it would have been fantastic.
Well, instead we got
It
instead we
was
got
awful.
the whole thing was
so
terrible, and then it had to take his shirt off at the end. I was like, this is Janet Jackson's somewhere just being pissed. They're like, what? This is double standard.
Yeah. That whole game was just terrible. But what about the commercials? Was there anything? Did you like any of the commercials that came out?
I loved the 100-year NFL commercial where it had like Peyton Manning,
That
Von
was-
Miller.
That was my absolute favorite.
That was the
for
best
sure.
one for sure.
They all like, who was it? Marshawn Lynch was like leaning over a table trying to get cake,
Yeah.
and a ball, like the football on the top of the cake, fell off, and someone yells fumble,
Oh,
and they all
man.
just like, oh yeah, that was really really funny. That was probably the best one.
Yeah. There really wasn't any of them that I really cared about.
There was the Game of Thrones one that I thought was kind
the
of cool.
the Budweiser one.
The Bud Night.
Yeah.
And I read about how Game of Thrones they wouldn't agree to that commercial unless the mountain could kill the Bud Light Night. They're like, there has to just be a bunch of death, or we won't do it. And so Bud Light was like, okay. Hopefully it's the death of that whole thing. Hopefully they stop doing the Bud Nights because I'm kind of over it.
Yeah.
I'm over the dilly dilly. And I'm pretty sure maybe not any, but most football fans out there are over the dilly dilly.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers are at the Broncos games. You see them walking around. You've seen them, right?
No.
Dude, you have.
I haven't been looking though because I don't care.
Oh my God. One of the games we went to this year, there was like a whole like battalion of these Bud Light Knights, and they were around the Bud Light King and Queen, and they're all like,
For
two of
real?
them had trumpets in the front, and dude, I think I have a picture of it somewhere.
Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
gosh.
They were like walking around the stadium and just yelling dilly dilly, like, oh god, it was that's when I knew right then and there. That's when I knew I was over it.
Yeah. They just looked like that movie Role Models with
Oh, totally.
with the king.
I'm surprised you never saw that.
No, I
guess we do get pretty ham boned.
I just tell them, I'm just like, cool, I'm just ready to just drink this game.
I might have deleted that picture because it wasn't. Oh no, totally, it's right there. Holy shit! I wish I could bring it up online for you, but look at that. Oh damn it! No, that's not it. There you go. Look, see? Do you see? Do you see?
Oh yeah, I've seen them.
Those are the Dilly Dilly Nights. Do you see?
Yeah. Okay, easy there, Red Dragon. This is Josh changing. Do you see?
Do you see?
This is Josh reborn. I am the dragon.
Do you see? That was a pretty creepy movie.
Yeah.
There was a lot of we'll actually go into some creepy movies. There was a lot of trailers that came out during the Super Bowl. Aside from some of those funny commercials, there were some good trailers.
Yeah, that was one of the only good things about the Super Bowl.
We'll start with what did you think of the Hobbs and Shaw trailer? The
Oh my-
Fast and the Furious.
Oh my
Hobbs and
goodness.
Shaw.
Why do they keep making these movies? I love The Rock, but you know, they're like, oh shit, Jason Statham's gonna be in this movie. Go figure, he's gonna be driving a car. Just it's like the Transporter like 75 with that guy. I'm just like,
But in all honesty, are you gonna see that movie?
no, I have more important shit to do.
I think that movie looks pretty cool.
Oh
I
man.
think it looks pretty good. I'm a huge fan of The Rock though. And Jason Statham is always in the most ridiculous movies, aka The Meg.
I didn't even bother to see it. That was just like so
That movie
terrible.
was so ridiculous. And this Hobbs and Shaw movie looks just as ridiculous.
Oh, have
with
you
this like superhuman
Oh yeah.
with bulletproof and just like super strength. And he's just pushing.
Well,
people through
what is it?
walls,
It's like
punching people.
Idris Elba is the
Yeah,
bad
he's all
guy.
souped up.
That guy is awesome. I hope he's the next James Bond. Personally,
That'd be
that's
cool.
gonna be sick.
That'd be
if
a
he
really
is.
cool twist.
But yeah,
Not twist, but it'd be a cool like
Yeah.
flip on the genre.
yeah, and I don't know. I just after like so many times with Fast and Furious, then they were just like flying, like skydiving with these cars and driving through buildings. I'm like, man, The Rock falls out of a window 3 stories up, and then he's just laughing. The next scene with like a broken arm. I'm like, this guy would be dead, dude. Like what?
So dead. So what about let's see, I'm looking at the list of all these different trailers here. God, we're just flying through this episode, by the way. We're gonna be done with this soon. This is gonna be a short episode, guys. Sorry. Hello, other person that's in the chat in the
Yo,
room.
yo.
Call us and hang out. 508-93 Twist. We are live on YouTube. We're talking about the trailers for the Super Bowl. We just talked about Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
Did you see the Wonder Park trailer?
Yeah, that one looks interesting because I always like the those movies from like the Despicable Me. Was it Illumination?
Yeah,
or-
Illumination Studios.
So they're kind of like the main rival of Pixar.
I think it's a cool premise.
yeah.
I'm
I
intrigued.
I always like those type of movies. So I thought it was an interesting idea.
Yeah. Did you happen to see the Twilight Zone season 1 trailer?
No, I did not. I missed
Me
that one.
either. I didn't even realize it played, but apparently it played during the Super Bowl. And then when I went to go watch it on this, I went to a couple different websites to go try and watch it, and CBS had pulled it from the websites. They were like, "Yeah, copyright." Blah.
They pulled
So-
a Prince on it.
I am excited for the Twilight Zone. It's Jordan Peele, or is it the other guy? The shorter, stubbier one.
Oh, you're thinking of Us.
No, I'm thinking of Twilight Zone.
Oh, he's doing that too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so it's Jordan Peele.
Okay. He's doing the reboot of Twilight Zone. It's like season 1. I think he's just the host though.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like, you are now entering the Twilight Zone.
I always thought that even those really old ones were really weird, dude.
Have you ever been to Disney World? Did
Yeah.
you ever go on the Twilight Zone?
No.
Right. Oh, is that the right one? Yeah, because it was the Twilight Zone, the Hollywood Tower, the Tower of Terror. I'm pretty sure that was a Twilight Zone episode.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Tower of Terror was in the. God, I can't fucking remember. It was a long time ago.
I
It was a
honestly don't
long time
remember.
ago. But it was the. Did you go to the Aerosmith ride? Do you
No.
remember that one? No.
No.
God, dude,
I think I
those-
was like 4 or 5 when I
Those
was
probably
there.
don't even exist anymore.
The one thing I did remember from Disneyland was there was some of the rides like Space Mountain and all that, but the Michael Jackson 3D, I thought that was so cool because as a kid you haven't seen like 3D before.
Yeah.
And it's Michael Jackson, so you're like, that's cool, but obviously they pulled it for obvious reasons. Why?
Was it like 3D glasses? You sat in a theater and did the 3D
Yeah,
glasses?
it was tight. It
Was it a 3D movie or was it like a 4D where it had smells and stuff too?
no?
Because there was that shit in Disney World. It was a Bug's Life, and you go through like this different story, and there were like stink bugs, and this like stink spray would come out in the theater, and you would smell it, and it was disgusting. Or like
that's
there,
awesome.
there was like a Honey I Shrunk the Kids one that a dog sneezed, and there was like water that would
really
squirt up on your face after it sneezed, and it was
Huh.
all in 3D and stuff. Like it was, those movies were super cool.
Yeah. The MJ one was cool, but obviously they had to pull that once
Sure.
once
when
all
shit
those
went down.
allegations came down. Yeah, that was pretty solid.
I need to go back to Disney World. I hear that Star Wars Land, because that's the
Oh, that's where we're going, bro.
yeah. Did you know that there's like a 3-year wait list right now?
I could see that.
It takes 3 years to buy tickets right now. You have to reserve them that far in advance.
It's crazy.
That's way nuts. We should reserve them now, because by the time that 3 years comes, I'll have enough money.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, what else was there? Speaking
Other
of,
trailers, Alita Battle Angel. Did you see that one?
did not.
It was fine. It was whatever. What about Toy Story 4?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be funny
It
because
wasn't much of a trailer.
It was just they always do that though. They
Little
always just-
teases.
yeah, I liked how they had the top prizes that are fighting Buzz Lightyear. I think
It's Keegan,
yeah,
Michael Key
yeah.
doing it. He's like, "Oh, you think you're gonna take over our top prize spot?"
I think it's gonna be great, but
Yeah, it looks really good.
but from everything that Tom Hanks has been saying, he's like it's gonna be like very sad and shit. I'm like,
Of course.
"Man, I'm gonna be tearing up in fucking Toy Story."
Sid's gonna make a comeback, and he's gonna combine Woody and Buzz Lightyear.
He's
They're
just
gonna become one.
He's just gonna just blow him up.
We also had Captain Marvel. Did you see the new Captain Marvel?
No, I
TV
did
spot?
not.
It was good. I'll see it. I'm gonna see it in theaters just because I love Marvel movies, and that's what I.
And
what I
it's-
do.
and they're way better than DC.
Yes, so much better than DC. We also had, speaking of Marvel, the final trailer that was during the Super Bowl. There's a couple other ones that I want to talk about that just dropped in the last couple days. But the Avengers,
Yeah,
they had that little trailer.
that was good.
I don't even look. I can't make any predictions for that movie anymore. I can't make any predictions for any Marvel movie, any Avengers movie, because I'm always going to be wrong. Every time I make any prediction with those movies, those guys surprise me every time. So I'm not going to make any predictions, but YouTube has a shit ton of sweet videos that have some really cool fan theories about like the stones and stuff. And there's some really cool trailer breakdowns. Emergency Awesome and The Weekly Planet they have some good breakdowns on those trailers. I don't really want to dive into it because
Yeah,
it looks good. There's some things that I noticed during the trailer, like some holes in the group, like when you see them standing there or walking in a long shot, it looks like somebody's missing.
yeah.
So it looks like they CGI'd a character out of the shots for the trailer, which is cool. They've been doing that for years, so it's made a lot of speculation on who that character could be. but I don't want to dive into it right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. Go on YouTube. Those guys are much better at diving into that stuff than I am. They have the technology to break things down better than I do right now. But eventually, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. So that's it for the Super Bowl, basically. I'm gonna say the super disappoint bowl. That's what I'm gonna call
Terrible. Well, at least Tony Romo finally made it to a Super Bowl.
it. He did. Yes. Romo made it. He made some calls. It was fine. Ugh. Patriots won again. Ugh, let's move on. Trailers that dropped in the last couple of days. Did you see the Pet Cemetery trailer?
Yeah.
Did you see that shit?
It's gonna be scary, man.
It looks nuts.
I remember the original one was just very scary.
I read that book back when I was younger. And I had a really weird kind of like upbringing when it came to books.
Yeah.
My family was very religious. So I actually had gotten grounded for reading a Harry Potter book at one point in time in my life. And so after that, I kind of had to keep things under wraps, you know, and I was reading Pet Cemetery and I had to read it at night before I went to bed, you know, like in the dark, and keep it kind of a secret. But it was one of the scariest things I'd ever read.
Yeah. Stephen King, man, it's classic.
And I mean, the movie back in the day was good, but it kept a lot of things out that were in the book that I think this new version is going to bring in. What do you think about them changing the kid? Because in the original it was Gage. It was
yeah.
the little boy, and now it's Gage is still in the movie, but it's his older sister that goes through everything. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I still think it's gonna be a good one, but I don't know.
That's all you got? I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I think I'm still gonna see it.
I was terrified watching that trailer. That just the images of that little girl like crunching herself back together. She's all broken, crawling across the floor. Like the one scene I remember the most reading that book was when Gage had shoved a screwdriver through the old man's Achilles.
Yeah, that was
And they showed that briefly in the trailer, and like I cringed. I was riding the bus to work and I like cringed up, and like it made me feel scared again. And I really think it's going to be a good
I'm
one.
hopeful for it.
Another one that I think is going to be good, but that other people have been panning a lot. Child's Play. Did you see that trailer today?
I didn't. I don't know. I'm always down to watch those movies. It just got a little too out of hand when it got to like
Bride of
Seed
Chucky.
of Chucky, and oh my god!
Did you see Cult of Chucky on Netflix? That was
No.
another Netflix.
Was it terrible?
It was so bad. It had like promoted that Jennifer Tilly was in it, but she was in it for like maybe 3 minutes total. It's pretty good. Pretty. It was a good B and or C rated movie. I would
Okay.
say. And I'm glad that they're rebooting it.
I liked Child Play 1 and 2. 3 was kind of a stretch, and then it just kind of went crazy from there. But yeah, the first 2 were really, really scary.
Do you remember how everything went down in the first one?
Yeah, so it was his mom gets the doll after it starts off with the original serial killer. He dies during and transfers his soul into the body of the doll. Mom gets the kid the doll, and then he's starts coming to life.
Right. It's like a supernatural kind of movie where he uses this like voodoo curse or voodoo spell to transfer his soul.
Dembele,
Yeah.
give me the power, I beg of you.
But he uses that.
That's-
uses that spell. That's exactly what it is. I know.
That's what it is.
I know. But he uses it to transfer his soul because this guy, he's a killer, and he'd gotten shot by a cop, and he knew he was going to die, so he transfers his soul into this Chucky doll, this good guy doll.
Good guys.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And all hell breaks loose basically because the serial killer's soul is in the Chucky doll, and so he, obviously he's going to kill people and whatnot.
Yeah.
But this new one is it looks to me, I mean, it's got to be because the way that they portrayed it in the trailers, it's artificial intelligence.
Really?
So instead of dude transferring his soul to a doll all cheesemo like, it's like the company had made it looks
They,
like
fucked up.
yeah, like one of the dolls apparently had gained too much intelligence and becomes a serial killer or something. I don't know exactly, but that's what it looks like. It looks like
I'll give it a shot.
it looks like it's an artificial intelligence kind of gone wrong thing, which is super interesting because artificial intelligence is all over the world right now.
Oh yeah.
You have fuck dolls out there right now that people are ordering from Japan for like $10,000 that look you in the eyes. Direct eye contact
Oh my gosh. This is like taking her to the
to the
whole next level. The movie was a
Super
good
creepy.
premise, but it was just like, oh my gosh. So he's falling in love with Siri. Get the fuck out of here. And I like Spike Jones and I like Joaquin Phoenix, but I was like, this is a little much. And then she
Falling in love with
she
Siri.
bounces on him. Spoiler alert.
I never saw the movie, but thank you for ruining it. I appreciate
Well,
it.
I saved you about 2 hours.
Good. I'm glad. I saved you 2 hours with Bright, so you're just returning the favor. I guess.
The movie that I'm just super stoked to go see is Us. I want to
Yes.
see that, dude.
That looks
Really
good.
bad.
That was, I
Dude,
guess,
it's gonna be
I
great.
forgot to cover that one with the Super Bowl trailers, but that one was another.
That one looks scary, dude.
Oh, and you have no idea what it's about.
Yeah.
No idea, because it could be maybe it's clones gone wrong,
Yeah.
or maybe it's not sci-fi at all, and it's just like a psychological thriller where maybe they're on some sort of drug and they think they're seeing these things, but they're not. You know,
It's crazy to think, you think Jordan Peele, when you think Key and Peele, you don't think this guy's just gonna be an Academy Award winning filmmaker, and then he just comes out after that.
oh man, and Get Out was so good.
It was so good.
I am very stoked for Us. God, I wish I remember the date that it comes out, but I'm
I
not.
think
gonna
it's
look
in
it
like
up.
March
Sorry.
or something.
It's got to be soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What other one?
Child's Play comes out in June. Pet Sematary comes out in April. Captain Marvel comes out in March. Avengers comes out in April. I'm doing all this off the top of my head. Toy Story comes out in June. And I don't remember.
There was no Star
rest.
Wars trailer.
No, there was no Star Wars trailer, which
Surprising.
I read an article about that actually, and they were like, "We don't need no stinking Super Bowl to gain Star Wars momentum." They're like, "Well, basically Disney said that they don't need the Super Bowl to gain like any sort of viewing on their trailer. They're like, we could drop it at any point in time and it's gonna break records." So I feel like soon, I feel like maybe during the Avengers, maybe there'll be a brief teaser at the beginning of like before Avengers.
It'll basically just have like one of the characters say one sentence and then it's just like long time ago.
No, it'll be like a title reveal,
Yeah,
basically.
that's basically it.
And then they'll have a full trailer for Star Wars Celebration this year. We covered that in the last Galaxy of Heroes episode last week. So if you want to know more, go check that out.
Nice.
But there was no Star Wars trailer. It was kind of to be expected. Once I saw the Avengers trailer, I kind of knew there wasn't going to be a Star Wars trailer. So that's okay. I'm fine with it. I'm cool with it. I'm getting more and more excited about that movie.
I hope it's gonna be good.
Because I've had enough time to get over Last Jedi. And Solo put a Band-Aid over me. But now I've had time for the wounds to heal. So
Yeah.
I wanted to get in. Oh my God. Speaking of wounds healing,
Oh goodness.
there is just a little bit. This is going to be the last bit of our news, unless somebody calls in, but I don't think anyone's going to call in. So that's okay. This is our last bit of news for the show this week.
Yeah.
Did you read about, I called this segment Lion Tamer.
I know where you're going with this. This is funny.
So there was a guy up in Horsetooth in Fort Collins this last week that he was jogging on a trail around Horsetooth and got attacked by a mountain lion. He got his face bit and he got his arm like scratched up all crazy. But this motherfucker turned around and put this big cat in a headlock and killed him. Just like
Fight or
just
flight, bro.
turned it around on him. And I feel like that's pretty badass. That's
Dude, bare hands. Dude.
I've been on some trails and stuff around, Colorado, and like
Yeah, it's scary.
anytime you get that feeling, like there are times when you're out in the wilderness and you're like, something's watching me right now. Like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get attacked. Luckily, it never happened to me. Sorry,
And
I'm
it
like
feels
burping right now.
like someone's watching.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what the guy said in the interview. He was like, I just felt like something was following me and watching me, and then I guess all of a sudden this mountain lion was like 20 feet in front of him.
It's crazy.
And it attacked him, and he ended up rolling it around and pulling some, I don't know, some jujitsu, getting in a headlock.
He just like grew up just like me and you, and he was just like, yeah, I watched WWF as a kid, I'm just putting him in a sleeper hold.
Go to sleep.
Must have had some like badass sleeper hold.
Yeah.
Maybe did a people's elbow like The Rock. He's up.
Yeah, man. I just have you ever seen any wildlife on
I've seen
a trail like that or anything? Or
no, but playing golf before, seen rattlesnakes.
yeah, rattlesnakes is pretty scary. I saw a bear once when I was living up in Loveland.
Yeah.
It was I was living kind of on the outside of Loveland, right before the mountains, and like it was for a good couple weeks. Every morning bears would show up to our trash can and start digging through our dumpster.
It's crazy.
And we'd have to wait to leave or do anything until these bears were gone. It was pretty nuts.
Should have brought some bear mace. I can tell you that shit works.
That was, I mean, I guess I've seen coyotes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got
seen foxes, raccoons, all that crazy shit. I've seen deer behind my parents' house.
Yeah, deer's pretty common in
That-
Colorado, though, I guess.
But it was just weird. In Aurora, Colorado, you see deer.
Yeah,
That's weird.
they just followed a bike trail or something, or the river. They probably followed the river. What is it, the Platte River, going through Denver all the way to Aurora.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit would be terrifying. Well, I've read some other stories. Like I got into this, and I've read some other stories where like people just. It was one Kylie was telling me about, actually. A guy got attacked. It was these two bikers, and one was behind and one was in front, and the guy behind got attacked by this mountain lion, and the mountain biker in front like got off his bike and just took off running, like away from his friend. And apparently mountain lions look at that as like game and a sport, and so these mountain lions chased after that guy instead, and homie got like instant karma for leaving his friend and got mauled by some mountain lions.
Well, that guy, it's just like Darwinism at its finest.
At its finest, yeah.
Because it's like, well, you have a bike that has these awesome gears for you to go faster, and now you jump off the bike. What an idiot!
Yeah. I don't know, that shit.
If this was like the Chris Rock
I would
show,
probably just end up dying.
yeah, if this was the Chris Rock show back in the day, it'd be like, damn fool. They had that segment on there. It's so funny.
Damn fool.
And she runs back in there to save somebody from the fire, and no one was even in there. Damn fool. And it has like Wanda Sykes, and she has no arms or legs, dude. Oh my gosh. You have to go back and watch Chris Rock show. That shit is so funny.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, dude. Damn fool.
Damn fool.
Great.
So I don't know if this is this is kind of the ending to this story is that the mountain lion has now been cannibalized. It was dead, and when park rangers went up to find the animal, it had already been half eaten by other mountain lions.
Good.
So is that a happy ending to that story?
I don't know.
The guy lived. The dude lived. He just got released from the hospital. He was only in there for like a day or two. And it was probably just because he was so traumatized from getting attacked by a cat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you fight back, or would you just take it? Would you be like, "Oh, this is it"?
No, I would be fighting till the end, dude. I
Yeah,
would.
that's true.
Oh man, I would be like punching it, kicking it,
Biting it,
having it. Oh man, for sure.
digging your little fingers into its eyeballs.
Doing like little burns on his wrist. Nah.
That'll hurt him. This will get you off me.
Well, you
Indian
can't.
burns.
It's not PC to really say like the former name, but when you're
What,
like,
Indian burns?
because then your hands turn all and your arms turn all red.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sorry. Don't mean to offend anybody.
Native American burns.
Whatever. It's from elementary.
Yeah,
What do they call that now?
I don't know. They're mostly like I don't even know what kids do now.
Cherry burns.
They don't.
Kids just bully each other online now. Just
They even bully you online.
they do.
They're like, fucking killed you. I'm like, well, know what? Your mom doesn't like you. Okay. Doesn't even
Yeah.
love you. And I can eat my sandwich with the crust on.
I played Fortnite for a little bit, and I got shit on a lot by 12-year-olds, and so it wasn't very fun for me because I sucked at it, and then I got shit on by 12-year-olds, and I quit playing
Was
it.
that when you hit rock bottom
And
with your
then-
Fortnite?
That was about it. But I read this meme not too long ago that really opened my eyes to Fortnite, and it was talking about how grateful this man was for Fortnite because it's basically just a giant daycare to take care of all the 12-year-olds and like keep them out of the other games, which it's kind of true. Like you don't see as many of those little fucks running around in like Red Dead or anything. Like it's they're all in Fortnite. So I hope that game keeps going strong and keeps that little that little kid playground up and running for a while.
Never played it.
It's terrible.
It just seems like it's gonna be a waste of time.
It really is.
I still don't even know what's going on with Minecraft or whatever. I swear.
Is Minecraft still a thing?
Yeah, like at least for the younger kids, because
The younger generation.
because my ex-girlfriend's son, that was what he was all about. He only wanted to play Minecraft either on my phone, his tablet, the Switch. I even bought it for him for the Switch.
Ugh.
Like the whole room was like Minecraft. Kid loved it. I don't know. I never really got. Are you building things? Are you destroying?
I never
don't
could
know.
get into the Minecraft.
don't
It was
know.
not my favorite.
No.
Um,
Like I said, I still haven't figured out what the premise of the game is.
yeah. Anything else you wanted to talk about today?
Trying to think of what else.
I watched the Joe Rogan podcast featuring Travis Barker.
How was
today.
that?
Life changing.
Yeah.
It was
What was
amazing.
what were some of the highlights? I haven't.
He told the story about the plane crash,
Yeah.
about how he like survived. He talked about how he got into the punk scene. He talked about all the different kinds of music that he's in. He talked about Tom DeLonge and like kind of how crazy he is.
He's like,
and like
yeah, I was reading about that. It's like, yeah, Tom DeLonge would just go get high on tour and go look for Bigfoot, like for real.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. They talked a lot of. It was a great episode. It was it was super inspirational.
yeah,
I really like Travis Barker. I've always really liked him.
yeah,
And you never really saw like him being interviewed. It was always Mark or Tom. Like Travis was always in the background,
yeah.
but secretly he was doing so much more than those other two guys. Like he's a producer. He works on cars. He tours with Blink. He's played the Grammys.
Yeah. Well,
The
he
dude's
does
an
all the,
amazing guy. So
yeah, he plays from Blink-182 to Yellow Wolf. He's the drummer
Yeah.
for Yellow Wolf. He drums with a bunch of hip hop artists.
Yeah. And I hate to promote somebody else's podcast, but seriously, go watch that Joe Rogan episode with Travis Barker because it's really good.
I still remember when he was in the Aquabats.
Yeah, right.
They
I
were
mean, and
fun.
that dude has lived through so much.
Yeah.
the plane crash. Not only the plane crash, but like
AM
he
he was all fucked up, but then AM got hooked on drugs again
Yeah.
and died. So that's like your main.
he got diagnosed with like pre-cancer of his esophagus.
Yeah.
Because he smoked so much. Like he he told a really cool story about how he used to tape weed to his nuts when he'd fly overseas. That was back in the day when he still flew.
Yeah.
But when they would fly to other countries and when they went to Iraq, like they had some weed with them, and they had read these rules about how like if they got caught with it, they would get killed. So they had to dispose of it. Like super, I don't know. It was a really good show, and
I'll have to check it out. That
it's
looks
2.5 hour episode, but it is a good watch. You can watch it on YouTube. You can listen to it on iTunes and anything else. So
Yeah, I like
check it out.
I like Joe Rogan too. He's solid.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to mention?
I'm trying to think.
I got Came and Took It coming on the show here either March 22nd or 26th or something like that. I got them they're playing at Streets of London, and they're going to be coming and hanging out with us
Nice.
sometime in March.
Trying to think of what else. We're gonna just have some big music industry people, artists, brewery owners. So good things are on the way. Trying to think of anything else that. Oh yeah. So one other thing is we briefly touched on it last week or the week before. Teal album Thoughts.
Oh yeah.
I liked it.
I finally listened to it. And I thought it was really interesting that they covered No Scrubs.
Dude, that was one of the best ones.
It was really, really good.
I liked what was it? They had that Tears for Fears song.
Yep, they did do that.
That was good. Take on Me, Mr. Blue Sky.
It was a really good cover album for sure. It was a good holdover album until the new one comes out.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job with other covers. Let's see if I can go find it. Oh my goodness.
Trying to think of what other any other good things that have come out lately.
There's been not a lot. We covered most of the things that have been good. Oh yeah, they had Africa on that one. They had Sweet Dreams.
That was another really good one.
Yeah, Billie Jean was on it, which Billie Jean is kind of lame to me because so many people have covered that song.
Yeah, and I don't know. You're still not going to get anyone that's as good as MJ on that.
Yeah, and they covered Stand By Me, which honestly I think
I still like the John Lennon version of that song.
I think the Florence and the Machine version is way better.
It's good.
It's so good. That's honestly that song is what got me to buy Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Because it was on their commercial when they were promoting that game.
Yeah.
And it was so I was like, oh my god, that song is so good. And I was like, this game looks so good because of that song. And so I ended up getting the game. It was fine. But
Trying to think.
I don't know. I just feel like some of the songs they covered were maybe a little over covered.
Yeah, I could see that. But trying to think of so 2020. I was reading another article and it makes me hungry. So Colorado's first In-N-Out burger.
Oh yeah, opening 2020.
Yep. They just purchased the land. They're gonna start building all the stuff up in the Springs. Because I guess they're gonna do a distribution center up there, and then they're gonna have probably 50 of them.
Yeah, they have to build their own center basically.
Because it's always fresh. They don't.
Yeah.
Everything. That's why I don't care what anybody says. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's overrated." I'm like, man, these are the same people that think that like Five Guys is better than In-N-Out Burger. I'm like,
I don't know how I feel about that.
Like In-N-Out's pretty cheap and it's delicious.
Yeah,
that's definitely where.
That's exciting. I like that. God, I don't really have much else other than next week. We're gonna do that Galaxy of Heroes episode. And me and you will probably do an episode as well.
Yeah.
On whatever happens in the next week.
Yeah, I've tried to figure out what good tours are coming or anything like that.
Yeah, we're also. I mean, we're in a like a middle period right now, getting guests booked and things like that. So as soon as we got a schedule that's filling up, it's gonna start getting a little bit more interesting come end of February, March time, and it'll be a lot of fun. So, but other than that, this has been a good time. This has been a good episode. We've had
It's been solid.
we've had a good chat. I know it's not as long as some of our other episodes, but
That's what she said.
you know, it was kind of it's kind of a slow week. Nobody really cares about the Super Bowl. It was kind of a shit Super Bowl. Nothing's really come out in the last week. It's just, you know, it was a slow news week, I guess.
Yeah.
But I want to thank everyone for listening. Thank you for everyone on YouTube for joining us. Anytime that you want to watch us, we'll always be live on YouTube, and you can call us and chat with us at 508-93-TWIST. You can listen to us pretty much anywhere podcasts are heard. The two main ones are going to be SoundCloud and iTunes. You can find us there. Just search Twist My Arm. You can like us on Facebook and Instagram and follow us on Twitter. And our website is on our Facebook, WordPress.com.
Let's do it.
Whatever.
Get a like, follow.
Yeah. Yeah, we and you know, we do this every week. Whether or not it's me and Evan or me and Justin talking about Star Wars, we're always doing an episode. We're always trying to have fun.
Try to have
That's
fun.
basically all it is.
You know, rip on some people.
Yeah. If you want to be on the show, after saying it, we rip on people, but
Well, I'm saying like pop culture.
yeah. If you want to be on the show and chat with us and sit right here in the middle of us, you can email me at twistmyarmpodcast@gmail.com. You can also call and leave us a voicemail telling us how we are doing, or telling us how bad we are, or that whatever.
Or how much that you love Nickelback.
Yeah, whatever you want to tell us. I
That
don't
you're
care.
upset that we always seem to. Oh, so wait. There was one other thing that I wanted to touch on.
508-93-TWIST is the number that you can call to leave us voicemails. But what was that last thing, Evan?
So it was a very, very important week last week
Okay.
in the world. So it was Chadwick.
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 That's right. For those of you that don't know what Chadwick is,
Oh man, it's like Shark Week all over again, but it's
all about Chads.
all these Chads where you can tell like their dad's a lawyer and they're just complete douchey people that think they're better than everyone. They're just white privilege, basically, in a nutshell.
What's the Facebook page called?
It's Colorado Big Game Wook Hunters.
Big Game Wook Hunters. Now, for those of you that for those out there that don't know what that is, what is a Wook?
So Wook is basically a dirty hippie that will just ask you to borrow something, like just comes out of nowhere, creeps out on you, and is like, "Hey, can I have a bite of that?" Or like, just the most mind.
Why do they call him a Wook though?
Because they're dirty.
Yeah, but
It-
I feel like that's kind of being racist against Wookiees.
Well, there you go.
You're kind of putting Chewbacca's name.
Hey, I didn't.
and you're kind of dragging it through the mud.
Hey, I didn't
I
come
don't
up.
like it.
I didn't come up with it, but it is some of the funniest things I've ever seen on there.
Why Wook though? I mean, it's a hilarious website. I can't
Oh my
argue with how
gosh.
funny that page is.
Oh man,
I
it's
just
just
am
so
I'm so
it's
disappointed
so-
about the Wook thing.
it's just so funny because it's like those what like with Wooks. It's
Oh, yeah.
basically
Go to Chiba Hut on Colfax and you'll see like 4 of them working there.
oh dude, it's basically all
that
the-
was rude. I'm
it's
sorry.
like
I love Chiba Hut.
the people that just love to go spend like 9 years of their life following the Grateful Dead. They're like
Yeah.
they're
The
all, like,
real
dirty.
moochy, dirty hippies that like you're always looking at them and going, God, I wish I could just save that dog.
It's classic, man. Like it's funny how much people look forward to Chadwick too. Like it's like fucking Shark Week. There's like 500 posts. It's like the most popular week of the year on this.
It's
on this
people just
page.
taking pictures of random people around Colorado, random Chads around Colorado. But for those of you that don't know what a Chad is, it's basically, like a white privileged kid that's always he's wearing like a
Very pretentious, and
he's
it's like,
wearing a pink leather jacket with like some aviator
or
sunglasses.
always like
on
popping the
and, like,
collar and
Yeah,
super
basically
douchey.
kids that hang out at Lodos or Jackson's.
Yeah.
People that
It
hang out
sucks
down
because
there.
that's
Those
the-
are the Chads.
that's like a whole nother thing where I remember going downtown when I was younger, first being able to drink, downtown. It was a cool vibe. And now I go down there, I'm like, why the fuck am I down here? There's just Chads and all these girls that think they're way too hot.
Yep.
And I'm like, you're really-
Chadettes.
you're-
What do they call them?
I don't know. But every person's just like a complete turd down there, and it's just not even fun.
Sniffinnies. Chads and Sniffinnies. That's
Oh
what they
my
call them.
gosh. Oh goodness. Yeah. It's horrible. But yeah, I just figured I'd touch on
it is
that.
great. If you ever get the chance, go like the Colorado Big Game Wook Hunters Association. It is a hilarious website.
So Josh actually came across
we found a
scary
wook in the
wook.
wild. We found it in the wild. But by the time we got around to getting our phones out and getting ready to take a picture, he had disappeared.
They're mystical
So,
creatures, bro.
they are.
They are.
They have powers beyond our comprehension. And the wooks are very, very mystical. So
I figured I'd touch on that before we left.
no, that's totally cool. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about Chadwick next week. We can bring up some of our favorite pictures. Or
Right.
something. I don't know. But that's gonna be it for this show. Thanks everyone again for watching. Thanks for listening. My name is Josh.
I'm Evan.
We're the Twist My Arm Podcast, and we will talk at you next week.